My pizza's burnt, innit? Other than that, everything's great. Right, Manic Miner time again. Had enough with all this modern bollocks, so yeah, like an idiot, I've recorded about 20 hours of Manic Miner on various days, and yeah, there is a fucking pause button, isn't there? So I might upload this video later, before all the others ever come out, so I don't know, then it would just be even more weird, I guess. Who knows, mate. Yeah, it's going to come up with the text in a minute telling you what's going on. I hope. Sounded a bit iffy when it was loading. I may invest in a S-video cable for the Commodore 64, simply because I can use this SCART cable that I know works well on something like a VIC-20. And I do need to show you a game on a VIC-20 actually, that I've only recently discovered, and I've played it for about 5 minutes on the emulator with a stupid you know, Windows keyboard cursor keys. A, K and L. Yeah, can you turn off the title music? Yes, we're back with this Genius game. I've tried my best to get the best possible picture I can. But unfortunately for you, the ZX Spectrum only has one vertical row less than the C64. It's only 32 columns wide, but it's 24 rows. So the camera just about squeezes it in there, innit? It's looking very flickery actually. Not sure why. The actual screen on the SX64, the sexy 64, doesn't actually flicker. Looks great on there by looks. No, you can't turn this music off. Ah, what an asshole. Set into it. Yeah, bloody pizza's burnt, isn't it? I also noticed that on my earlier videos I didn't say don't smoke, don't ever fucking smoke, which you should imply on any video I do, ever. Whether I'm smoking or not. Ah, crap, we got it in the wrong joystick port, innit? Ah, right, it's what happens when you don't have a C64 set up all the time. And that's the only bad point of the SX64. The joystick ports are in the back. You look alright there. It's a bit of shit actually. Let's put the brightness up a bit, I think. There we go. I hope that don't look fucking worse now. It's actually weird playing this game because the sound effects are so simple, and the graphics I suppose in their way. You feel like you've been transported back to 1983, 84, really early C64 days. Can we still do this one? Ooh. That was a bit iffy. Plenty of time on this game, plenty of time, never any need to rush, which is why I've done that ridiculously close jump there, unintentionally, just like all my amazing looking snooker and pool shots in the snooker club. Yeah, it does feel a bit weird playing this again after a few weeks of Mega Drive and PlayStation 2, including PlayStation 1 games on the PlayStation 2. So it does feel a bit odd playing it again. That is one bad thing about, you know, if you actually had this when it came out and a C64 as soon as it came out, you probably never went back to these games because there was always new games coming out. That was really risky. If those graphics were slightly different in design, it would have been fucked. See? So it does feel a bit weird. And the music and everything. And the CRT screen does help because I'm playing this on a Sony Trinitron, so. Yeah, let's not mess about, let's get on with it. Yeah, not forgetting you have to jump in straight away. Is there a cat behind me? There is a bloody cat behind me. I know, mate. Talk about distractions. It's about as distracting as Steve Weeby, or is it Weeb, when he was doing his Donkey Kong world record attempt, and you could hear his kid like screaming and having a bit of a tantrum in the background. Well, she's not doing that, but you know, it is still distracting. Yeah, see, I think it might be this time that we go. Yeah, it is this time, so I think it's that time. It's about that time. That was a real fuck up. But we rescued it. Yeah, that is a bad thing. Because, you know, I had about 120 something original cassettes for my C64. I only had like 2 tapes with a few games on each, like that were copied. And you rarely went back to games. I mean, things like International Karate and Exploding Fist, you know, when you got some friends around, they're great because they're 2-player games, but you know, you probably would have got to whatever level of Manic Miner, and then eventually it'd be like, well, there's so many other games I've got to play, you just wouldn't load it up again. And the poor cassette would just sit there in the drawer that goes into the bottom half of your bed, along with your VCS games, you know, because there was always a new system, always a new game for each system. I mean, in the early days I could afford a full price C64 game about once every 2 weeks, and maybe one budget game a week. Depending on if I sacrificed any of my £5 school dinners money. I think chips were 25p, Savaloys were probably 30p. Yeah, the large ones, mate, not them shitty little ones. And I can't remember how much a canned drink would be, but cup drinks, and if you don't know what cup drinks are, then you just have to look that up. I think they were 10p, so you know, you could not buy crisps, sweets, cup drink on the way home, chocolate, and have enough money in the week for a Mastertronic game every week, which is what I used to do for quite a while actually, until I just got fed up with wasting the same amount of money as 20 packets of Golden Wonder crisps for some shit like BMX Racers. Fucking horrendous game. That is really iffy, that one. well, the next level is bloody Eugene's lair, which you can't fuck about on. You have to get stuck in right away. I thought I'd fuck that one up. Yeah, see, now the jumps are getting to the stage where you have to be jumping with like at least half your body off the edge. Yeah, I should mention, as part of the Vectrex deal, because he forgot to give me first option on those C64 disc games he had up, he has agreed to give me his SD to IEC, which suits me fine, because I can actually, then I can actually use it on the Vic 20. So, yeah, you really don't want to be getting this one first, which is really hilarious when I'm watching back the early videos. I'm on to the third Manic Miner video at the moment. Yeah, just making sure what I say is acceptable. And that is one of the toughest jumps of the lot, that is. So this one, yeah, I've explained this one already. You have to definitely get them in the right order. Now this one I'm a bit hazy on, actually, so I don't think you can drop from there, it's just too high. You can just drop down there, otherwise you'll die if you jump and then drop to that sort of height. Now these ones, they always have the same pattern, so you know there's no real, I mean you literally just want to make sure that you get this one in and then, oh, bloody hell, fluke of the century, man. Yeah, that's the only way you can get across here, because you can't drop, so it's a bit weird actually. Bloody hell. So you have to basically drop off here, so, but they go faster than you, one of them does anyway. So get up here for safety and then off you go, mate, off you go. Now that little conveyor belt there with a ghost on it, that is very misleading. Now you just have to work out how the fuck do I get back up there. Yeah, this was a weird thing back in the day. You'd play the game and it's a bit like a Formula 1 driver who just keeps hammering the car round and round the track and he doesn't get any better. And then he goes in for 5-10 minutes, you know, gets fresh tyres for the, you know, maybe they're not brand new, maybe they're actually scrubbed, used tyres, and he goes out there and he just blitzes it. You really need to just give yourself time to just let everything just settle in your mind, and then your instincts will take over. Ah, crap, see? You forgot all about that one. You knob, Mad Commodore, you prick! There you go. So I don't know if we've actually, I think I've done this one once. They're a real bastard because they jump up and down, they do. Assholes. And this one is definitely, yeah, it's a bit risky. Now I've seen the way other people do this one, and they literally go, ah, crap, they definitely don't go like that. It's not quite obvious how you do it, it's not the way that you expect it to work, so fucking hell, don't take any risks. Dog barking, full on chav status today. I honestly can't remember how I'm supposed to do it. Oh man. I know how some people do it, they go like this. And they actually go the other way, that's the thing. I'm not sure what happens now, actually. I don't think I can jump up that high. Crap, see? You have to get that one before that one, and I'm not sure how I did it last time. I think I have done it once on camera. Definitely done it as a kid, so... Yeah, I've done it as a kid, man, leave me alone. Actually, you'd probably want him to come near you, so you're like chasing him. Oh, crap. That's not a good idea. Crap, see? It's a classic, and now I've just forgotten how to do that version, that level. Hang on, I need to get the brightness and contrast. Also battery saying battery's not complaining yet. No red flashes, migraine style going on there with a camera screen. Yeah, this game really deserves a good TV, I have to say. Because you do get all the different colours from the artifact. Right, let's go, get to work. Yeah, so if he does bring around the SD to IEC soon, although there's no guarantee he's actually going to do it, I can do some other games then. I don't really want to knacker out any more of these disk drives in the C64. And you can swap them out with a disk drive unit in a 1541, but I don't really want to be taking anything apart. You know you cut it too close when you do it like that. Yeah. What's that weird noise? The cat's messing about over there. Yeah, so I mean, obviously this is the thing with this game. You'll get so far, and then that was such a piss take. Yeah, might as well let him go. There's absolutely no rush. There's no need to be flash or anything like that. You flash bastard. You just need to get to level 6 or 7 with all your lives intact, and it's as simple as that, mate. Simple as that. Now you've got to jump on this bit somehow. There you go. And there you go, you won't die. Because it pushes you through the transporter. It's like Portal, but a decade before that. Actually, I should have brought around the old Xbox One fat controller, because it's interesting looking how big that is compared to the size of the USB, not the USB, the Mega Drive console in a joystick, which is the same as those USB arcade joysticks for about 16-70 quid. think this is the time we have to go. It's time! Fucking hitting it. I think we just done it, God damn it. I'm always doing that the wrong time now. So I have forgotten the earlier level. What a bastard. I will do this game though. This is the only way to really understand and appreciate the genius of this game. I can see why people who love Mario do actually, do like a million different ways of completing the game. They just want the fun to last longer. So I think it's the next time after this one. I don't know if I'm supposed to jump in there. I have to figure out crap. We can just about get another go at that now. So in a way, it's not as bad as the first level, because if you mess up on the dissolving platforms, that's something that you will pay for. Bit of a tough situation here, because I have lost a life. If you lost a life on the first or second level, you definitely wouldn't continue. That's the thing with this game, everyone will have a slightly different way of doing each level. So, you know, on top of the fact that it united like Amstrad, Commodore 64 and Spectrum owners together, because Manic Miner was on all of them. I think it was on the BBC, but I don't remember playing that on the school computer. So. Yeah, so when your mate would come around and play Manic Miner, he'd have a slightly different way of doing it. The same order most of the time, but definitely a different way of doing it. Oh, that was a bit iffy. So yeah, this is probably the first level where you scratch your head a bit and think, well, how the fuck am I supposed to go there? I'll press your fire, I can't jump. Rubbish game, innit? Rubbish. It's probably the kind of bullshit he'd be coming out with. And you just have to like experiment with this game. Go right, no fucking about, straight out there, do Eugene's lair, no messing about, no loss of stupid lives. Right, so you have to run when the toilet is coming towards you. Great advice if you've had a dodgy curry as well, actually. Less distance to travel to get to the toilet, obviously. Speaking of jokes, who remembers all those stupid jokes when you were a kid? 2 boiled eggs in a pot. One says the other is hot in here. The other one says, wait till you get outside, they smash your head in. Boiled eggs, smash it. And the other one was, what did the digital watch say to his mum? Look mum, no hands. These are classic lines. Classic. And the weirdest joke I remember is actually my Greek friend at school, who came first in the shot put and I came second. His joke was 2 nuns in a bath, meaning together. One says to the other, where's the soap? And the other one says, it does, doesn't it? And there was no way that I could ever work out what that fucking meant. And he did have to explain that to me, but I'm not going to explain it to anyone. If anyone knows what that joke is about, you can comment, but I know for a fact what it means now. Probably should have gone there and But we needed a bit of Coke Zero in it, make me less of a zero on this attempt. That's how we do it. So we've done it better. I've done it, man. I think there was an element of fluke the last time I've done this. That is so iffy. I think he stops there, doesn't he? Yeah, he does. So you'll have to follow him, but they actually go faster than you, so it's a bit of an iffy one. Definitely not the way to do it, man. Last life as well. I might not even get a go on that level now. Shit! It's the lack of pizza inside me, innit? Well, I don't know how that happened. There's no way that I know how that happened. That was 100% fluke. For some reason you jump up there even though you don't have to. Yeah, the secret of this game is you don't have to rush. There isn't a single level where the time limit is tight. There is going to be sections where as soon as it puts you on that screen you better be ready, mate. But it's not the whole level. Okay, I'm going to wait for him to come back there. There we go. 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 Yeah, I'll have one more go at this and then I better go and do some decorating in it. I'm getting fed up with the house like this. Plus the cat's sitting on my back at the moment, so that's not really the way you're going to crack this game. But I don't want to use anything like an action replay with save states, even on real hardware, because I never had any of that. This is a mission that was started way back in the mists of time, 3 decades ago, more than that. And now we need to complete the mission. I just don't know which way I want to do them, so I'm not ready, leave me alone. Yeah, I have to think about this because you have to get to that side, that is the thing. I've got an idea. There we go. He can't jump, that's the thing, he must walk. Crap, I know how to do it and I've lost all my lives. No man, you've got to get back to that level. Yeah, that was alright actually. Now that I know what I'm supposed to do, I might just give it another go. A hack of this game without this title music, I would definitely, or at least with the volume halved, I'll definitely go for that. Other than that, I don't want any trainers, any cracks, nothing. It has to be the original code unaltered, because I haven't finished this game yet. And like an idiot, I didn't write down all the things I'd worked out as to why it does actually work so well on a lot of the levels. Certainly all the levels I've played, I mean it's like the game design talent used in the puzzles for Lemmings times 10. That's how it is. That's just how it is with this game. Every single level, there is a reason why it's been designed by that. Nothing is by accident. And it is, in a way, it's not the kind of game modern gamers would like, because as you just saw, just as I worked out exactly what I have to do, because there's a lot of experimentation that goes on, you're not 100% sure if you can get away with certain things. Oh, I don't like that level. Yeah, that one just before, yeah, that would be screen 18. There's only one key to pick up, but you have to time that jump to perfection. So yeah, you know, I mean, I do need an SD to IEC, and I might have to pester him for that, because, you know, he doesn't owe me. It's his job at the end of the day. I mean, if he brought round a laptop and said, yeah, can you fix it for me for half price, I wouldn't do it. It's my job, isn't it? Well, it was, until these retinas decided to age 30 fucking years in like 3. And then it was, fuck, you can't do this kind of work anymore. Which is a shame, because that's the only part of modern hardware I used to like. As in computers. Fuck, you know, that's the closest I've ever done it. I used to repair LCD screens. Not replace them, I used to repair them. I used to take like a screen from 2 laptops. One would be smashed and the other one, the backlight would be gone, and I'd dismantle the LCD into all those tiny pieces, making sure no cat hairs got in there, and put it all back together and get one working screen. I remember I bought 10 IBM ThinkPad laptops, and I made sure all the faults were like different, so I could get 5 good ones, and I paid peanuts for these things, like 20 quid each, and I sold them all for 200 quid each. So I spent, like, you know, well, how much profit does that work out? 40 quid, less than 40 quid for each pair of laptops. I made about 150 quid on each one. Yeah, better stop fucking about. Stop going on about the past, you know. He's a bit iffy, but I mustn't rush, actually. Just have to be down there ready. Ready for him. Ready 64. Yeah, so anyway, as soon as he does bring that round, that 1 gigabyte SD card I found in a box of other stuff I bought, nothing to do with computers or gaming, I could use that in an SD to IEC. 1 gig is more than enough, especially if you're using PRG files. I don't know if you die if you drop off from there. You might do. I'm not sure that's consistent though. Obviously I can see where the floor will dissolve and collapse, but you probably can't notice that from the this camera pointed at a CRT screen. But you can tell it on that CRT screen, even with my eyes, so definitely nothing wrong with that. Yeah, we're going to do it the proper way here, innit? Nah, I ain't finished my, yeah, anyway, don't smoke. It's not really a score thing for me at the moment, and I don't think it ever will be. Once I understand exactly how this game works, that is good enough for me. Because if you understand how this game works and why the level layout is the way it is, and why the keys are where they are, and why the enemies are that size and that speed, you can't really make a game anywhere near as good as bloody fire button stuck in it. These are problems you didn't have back when you was a teenager. Your fire button never sticks when you're 14, mate. Never. That sounds so rude. Well, I'm not being rude, I'm talking about the old computer and games console joysticks. And you know what, I still don't know which way I'm supposed to go, because I think I left it too late here, so there is a definite pattern to doing it though. Well, I just managed to do it right, so yeah. We're good to go. We got one. Could have waited there for ages, but what's the point? At this level, the time limit is more than enough and you're in zero danger apart from falling too far from the platforms or not jumping far enough because you jump too far in. So, or you got a rubbish point master joystick. Actually, I just remembered I had an idea. I'm going to actually play this on a point master joystick now. So let's just get a bit more of this done. See, the genius of this game is you don't notice that one is actually just one character further apart than all the other jumps. This is the only jump where you have to be pretty much on the edge when you jump. You can get away with one attempt from the top once if you fall off, because you'll jump from there and you'll still make it, possibly. But yeah, it's an amazing game, I have to say. I do really like this game. Still need to buy a Quick Shot 2 joystick. There's been one up for sale for like 2 months and he wants 30 quid or nearest offer. But I don't know how new condition it actually really is. That's the problem with that one. So I mean, if I knew it was actually in almost new condition, never mind what the box is like, that doesn't mean anything. Yeah, you have to jump, yeah. So I do need to buy one of them. And I can't think, I do remember I did fuck about with the ColecoVision controllers on my C64 just for a laugh. Horrendous joysticks, horrendous. I would have plugged in my Quick Shot 2 into the ColecoVision to play Donkey Kong, because I got a ColecoVision in a, you know, stock, liquidated stock sale sort of situation. So yeah, this is actually not too bad. So even though you have to like manage to weave your way through those 3 enemies, it is fairly generous on margin and timing. You just have to work out what you're supposed to do, that's all. Okay. Oh, what a knob, you fucking knob. Matthew Smith is laughing, his spirit is laughing at you. He knew that would happen. He's just like impatient. You cannot be impatient with this game. That's why the time limit is so generous for the air supply. I can't believe I did that. That's exactly the kind of thing you do when you're playing this as a kid. Actually, does pause work? Yeah, the music stops. Ooh, so I can pause that. Camera light's not flashing, and I could go and get the Point Master joystick. But then I can do that later. So yeah. Anyway, ooh, got to be careful there because to restart it A doesn't restart it. Oh, come on. Yeah, you must not rush with this game at all. See, I was trying to be flash by jumping straight across, but that actually wastes time. So go here, go here, go here, go here, and that's why the C64 version is easier for me. So we're not going to do it this time because we're just too, because by the time you turn around he's going to be there, that's too close. And you mustn't jump straight up, if you do you are fucked. So that's that one. This is similar to level 4 with the sea lions with the beach ball, not the Amiga beach ball. So that must be the way that you're supposed to do that. That is not a fluke. So there we go. Oh, actually, no, I left that too late. There we go. It's just a simple matter of getting back. This is a lot like level 4. So this is the new level. And I haven't forgotten how to do it. You've got to go all the way to the right, drop down just enough so you can walk under that yellow asterisk, and then you have to jump once you've got the second key. Oh, hang on. No, I've got a different idea how to do it. Right, we've got 2 lives, so we'll do that then. So, I mean, getting there is not really that difficult, so, I mean, I'll give him that. As long as you don't fuck up his timing on this bit, but even so, you probably won't hit him. So, I mean, here, so you literally, don't jump. It's just instinct to jump because, I don't know. I don't know what happens when you get to the very bottom there with the last yellow kangaroo, which probably looks grey to you. No, that is not how you do it then. That cannot be how you do it. Ah well. Let's go and get the Point Master joystick.